What's up everyone, Tom from the Airsoft headquarters here, and welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about 5 things that I think every Airsofter should be implementing, or at least be cognitively aware of every time they go onto the Airsoft battlefield. Now 4 of those things are going to be things as far as just mental preparedness, things that you should be aware of, and then 1 of them is going to be an actual physical application to the battlefield or the environment that you're going to be within. Now these 5 things are going to apply to anyone regardless of playstyle, speedsoft to milsim, experience, less experienced, most experienced, or even age range, youngest to oldest. No matter where you fit as far as within those spectrums, this will apply to absolutely everyone. So stick around and see if these things really apply to you and what your opinions are on them. Starting with number 1 is be confident. Now this is kind of a cliche piece of advice, but it is absolutely critical, and I think the most critical when it comes to the Airsoft battlefield. Now as far as confidence, that can be portrayed in multiple different scenarios. For example, confidence as far as your gear and your kit and how you intend to operate them. As long as you show purpose and you are focused to your own mission objective, however you want to set that to be, as long as you are following that objective, then you are the best player on that field. And an objective can be whatever you want. It could be as easy as a physical objective as far as getting an ammo crate or a piece of intel, or if it's just a regular walk-on game, it can be an objective of I'm gonna have fun, I'm going to interact with these people, or I'm gonna challenge myself within these confinements. Something like that. As long as you are confident in your abilities and you can complete the objective that you have set forward for yourself, then you are already 1 step ahead of everyone else that is kind of just there to hang around. While that is a very valid reason, if the intent is to airsoft and airsoft hard, there should always be some type of objective in mind. Another point to be confident in is your own physical actions. And one of those things being however you want to tactically maneuver within an airsoft environment, as long as you step forward with confidence and you don't have fear when you make a hard movement, then that's going to be more beneficial. One of the things that I see the most when it comes to our partnered Airsoft arena, and I'm there to play or I'm there to referee, one of the things I see is, again, within that spectrum of players, as soon as someone starts to make a move to the next building and freezes or starts to pre-engage and second guesses themselves, then they're going to get hit. As long as you make that initial push, if you made the decision of I'm going to step out of this doorway and I'm going to go to that next building, then stick with that objective. As soon as you halfway through that movement decide I'm going to now engage someone because I see them, that inhibits your forward movement to that building, and then you're going to be delayed and you're going to get shot, more than likely. It's always a 100% chance guarantee, but more than likely it will result in getting shot. And another thing is, even if you are a beginner player and maybe you're new to airsoft, you're new to a field, be confident in the abilities that you have for yourself. For example, we'll say you're a beginner player and it's your first time at a new field. As long as you know the gear that you have and you know the abilities that you have set forward as far as your airsoft experiences, then make movements up to those experiences that you have or those abilities that you have. If you can only physically move up to room to room to room, then just do that. You don't have to worry about running through doorways. You don't have to worry about following the guys that know the field or know the layout and are running through rooms like a river. As long as you make that forward progress and you're physically within that environment, then you're already going to be significantly more confident compared to someone that is kind of just hanging around the back, not really doing anything as far as assisting the team or assisting their friends on the airsoft battlefield. So be confident in your movement, be confident in your abilities, and then you're already gonna have a really good time. Tip number 2 is be in good physical health. Now, I don't mean be in top physical condition, and being physically healthy is not a 100% guarantee. As long as you know the limitations of your body and you know what you are able to do with your current status, then just do at least that. You know, if someone is, you know, more physically adept, is a fast runner, more adaptable to heavy weights, they're not going to do much assistance to the rest of the team if they're just laying behind and not really engaging themselves to their best of their abilities. Just like if someone is more overweight, maybe can't get up to the front of the line nearly as fast, but can be a more supportive player, then you can play to your physical role. And as long as you are mentally aware of that, and you know the limitations of your body, and you are putting yourself in positions that allow you to be the most dependent, or at least the most able to assist your team, then that's a great, solid place to be. If someone is a little heavier and they're trying to physically push themselves to be on the front line and physically overexhausting themselves, that's going to be a health risk. And we for sure don't want anyone to fall within those health and safety risks, especially, like I said, if you're overexerting yourself, you could pass out, you'd easily become over dehydrated. If there's someone that is diabetic or something like that, those are going to be huge safety risks. So again, know the limitations of your body and play to the limits that your body has set. So if you are heavier, diabetic, or whatever, then be a supportive role if you indeed want to play like that. Again, there's nothing wrong with saying that someone heavy can't be on the front lines, but I'm just saying more than likely they're not going to be with the cross country or the track runners that are going to be sprinting right out of the gate. I think you guys get what I'm saying. Know where you are and play to the best of your abilities. Number 3 is the one that has the most physical application, and that is peak like a boss. So many times I see people peak with either just their face or maybe just part of their body, and I don't think that they completely realize, or maybe in a state of excitement or adrenaline, when they peek with their face, they don't realize that by showing only their face, that's the only part of their body they're exposing to the other team. So when they get shot in the face, then there's really no reason to complain. What someone should be doing is when they approach a corner, and I'm going to show this left-handed, is you can either peek at what I would call this a low ready, and have part of your body, part of your gun, peek that corner with you. That way, if someone from the other team sees this profile, they can at least engage this part of the body. And I'll go over to a different corner and I'll show you how that looks. Same way, again, with right-handed individuals. You can even peek at a high ready, something like that. Again, so long as you're not showing just your face, so just your face is getting shot. And oh my gosh, I see too often, I see people will drop their rifle to the side and literally grab the doorway and peek like this, and they get shot in the face. And it's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you expected. What happened when you peek with just your face and you only show your face, you're gonna get shot in the face. I don't know if you know that, but if that's all you're showing, that's all it's gonna get hit. So learn to peek and show as much of your body as possible, or at least be aware. If you're going to peek with your face, be knowledgeable of the fact that your face is going to get shot, and please don't complain about it. There are some people that are really good about it indoors. There are some other people that I have seen and experienced that are not nearly as good about it, and they don't seem to understand why they got shot in the face. It's because you only showed your face. Tip number 4 is be comfortable. And that just has to do with your overall physical character. As long as you can get yourself comfortable, you can then be comfortable in an environment. So get yourself comfortable with your gear, with your shirt, with your pants, with your boots, with your helmet, with your goggles, with your mask, with your gloves, with your rifle, with your pistol. Be comfortable swapping mags, be comfortable swapping rifle to pistol if that is something you're doing. Be comfortable in multiple different positions. Like I keep saying, go through your house, go through your bedroom, kitchen, living room, garage, basement, attic. get comfortable making those movements. Once you become comfortable wearing your stuff and interacting with all of your gear, now you can be comfortable to interacting with an environment. Because once you start to get all of this physically set up to where it's second nature, then you can now put all of your focus into the environment that you are in. This more applies to traveling players or players that go to milsims or even different tournaments. If you get yourself to where your gear is second nature, now all of your focus becomes what is in my environment? What are some of the different angles that I could be engaged from? What is physically in the space around me that I can collect as far as intel or something I need to be knowledgeable about? For example, I came in this door, there's another door here that we still need to clear. There's an open window, there's a closed window. What are my angles of engagement when I'm in this physical space? That is a little bit harder to mentally wrap your head around if you're getting concerned of, well, where's my magazines? How does this fit? Why is my helmet feeling all crooked? Just to keep everything streamlined, get yourself and your gear comfortable. Get to know everything in and out. And like I said, it's gonna become a second skin. It's become second nature, just muscle memory as far as pulling magazines and getting everything situated. That will actually be probably one of the most beneficial things that you could do for yourself as an individual player if you did truly want to be the most effective on an airsoft battlefield. Again, these are all my personal opinions. You guys can tell me if you agree or not in the comment section below. Finally, number 5, and this is kind of going to be more of the experience base of players, but certainly can apply to beginners as well, is switch it up. And what that has to do with is if you become in this rut as far as having old gear that you've been wearing for a year and a half, and you're looking to get something new, but you don't quite have the funds yet, or maybe you're stuck with the same rifle platform and you don't know exactly what to do, you can challenge yourself by either, if you have a close buddy, you can say, hey, let's swap platforms for a game or two, and we'll just swap it up like that. Or you can challenge yourself mentally or physically. One of my favorite challenges on a airsoft battlefield, especially indoors, is I am right-hand dominant, but I'll challenge myself by going left-hand dominant and clearing rooms and environments with my left hand, especially in engaging players that are a little bit farther away. Having to physically aim down sights and get my sight picture and move around left-handed was a huge learning curve, but that is something that needs to be addressed if you do want to become more adverse in tactical situations. Again, having proficiency in all of the positions and environments will allow you to be the best player that you can possibly be on an airsoft battlefield, if that is something you are looking to do. That's not something that everyone has to do. And just to recap, those are 5 things that I personally think everyone will benefit from, as far as be confident, be aware of your physical health, peak like a boss, be comfortable with your own guns, gear, and accessories, and then switch things up and challenge yourself. In my opinion, those are 5 things that I think everyone could definitely see some type of growth from. And I think for anyone that wants to be a more proficient of an airsoft player, as far as personal growth, those are 5 things that can be applied to an airsoft game or battlefield in order to figure out where that growth is or where that growth needs to be. Anyway, that's it for those 5 things. So let me know down in the comments section below what you thought, if you agreed, if you disagreed, if you have any other opinions as far as tips that anyone could apply. Anyway, this is the end. So you guys take care, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.